back. They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Smith throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
6 yards to go.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
Cowboys.
And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
Now
line.
Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And again this time to tailback. Just a yard on a 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw, Smith. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a 1st down.
2-yard line.
They'll run with McKissick. Oh, he's got a little line. And able to get it down, but he does reach the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now. That's that good arrogance. Believing you can run the football.
And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown run. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And now it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 20, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
Let's go.
So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off.
Let's go, bud.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a lead, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. He's going to take off with it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Prescott from the gun. First down to his left. And fights through one man. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
The tackle made at the
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Take it and get all you can.
On play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Flush down right. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. On 1st and 10, Prescott buying time to his left. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. After 1 hour score, 9-6.
Cowboys 9. Washington 6.
First down, Prescott.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
It's Cooper
For the Cowboys, touchdown.
10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out. So the drive will begin at the 25. Well, look at Washington as they come onto the field. Here's McKissick.
What?
He'll have a first down past the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, 75 yards. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
Justin Hopkins on
And
48.
we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you strum that out? Just a few plays, give us some break back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get out there and play.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives to see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something to
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When he's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Well, the defender likes it. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kevin Fuller. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't do it. Back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try to run for this. Number 4. A scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defense in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs. Because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
72-yard attempt.
Going to keep it. He's going to try
Let's
to
go.
run for it. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A couple of first downs on the drive already. As they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over
Cooper! Wow, Cooper!
And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them.
Oh
When they
my,
hit
what was
the
he
game, and they hit
thinking?
that one there for big yardage.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball on course. They'll roll him out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The improv back there, good for 9. Now they're looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
What a touchdown!
This is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
Rick Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Catch here, left side.
What are you doing?
Out of bounds, right at
Hey,
the
go,
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Good start, throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A throw in the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a pickup of 14. Washington first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll give it a second down. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 26. 15 yards to pick up. First down, Washington. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Smith on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's a ball from the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd and short.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
Again, Smith.
And he goes down, pressure, down he goes.
Back at the 22.
Second sack
Picks
today.
up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And Charles, they only needed a
Here
yard
for
there.
the-
They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call, because that 3rd and 1 fake to throw it over the top of the
Oh, they get
Oh,
to the
my.
football. It's blocked.
Woo!
Please tell me this doesn't come off as snarky, but that's a relative chip shot. I mean, you've got to be able to execute that one. I don't care what they design on the other side about trying to block the kick. That should be 3 points on the board.
Yeah, we've talked about it before. If you're out at 55, 60 yards, your
45,
trajectory
50,
from here,
50.
you get that thing up. This should be 3.
Yeah, there's nothing routine in football, but this one really almost should be.
Hey,
Snap,
where's
little
that
kick
penalty
right
mark?
through the post.
Where's that flags at? Yeah! Defense.
So that PI call will give them
Got one chance, they need a touchdown.
Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
eluding the pressure right. And this is
What a touchdown! Cowboys!
Zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation!
Wow,
to
what
the end of the
Cowboys
second
touchdown.
quarter.
Indeed. Well, my education continues in this game, I've got to tell you, because there's not an analyst in the world that would have said pass up the field goal here, go for it, and expect for it to be successful, and it was. I mean, they're playing this one just like a video game.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast in the beginning of the third quarter.
Hopkins to kick off for 1
Here's Hopkins now, out to kick it away. This is Tony Pollard.
Wow.
Get him down inside the 30 to 27.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 27.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead and have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys. Be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Throwing. Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field.
It's knocked away.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Oh my.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one. It's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try to pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Being chased down left.
Oh
It's
my.
incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, and somewhat predictably it doesn't pay off. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. But being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. It'll come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We'll go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
See how they respond now. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They run the counter. Gibson. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up a run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Now it's Smith.
Down he goes.
The Cowboys
Down he goes.
With a big-time sack on 3rd down, it's a loss of 7. Well, they went with a nickel. They threw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, bringing the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent. And allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-40.
Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? That's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. His throw is incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against the 3rd and 6. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs. But nowhere to throw, decided to scramble, and a nice job seeing he got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. He chose team gain over personal protection.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. And he floated one out there incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
Prescott to throw it, escaping the pressure right. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Prescott yet again. They don't have his man, that's Cooper. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line, 17-yard line. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. They'll throw again. Prescott steps away to his left. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now Prescott. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2nd and goal.
To throw is Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown. Cowboys. Dak Prescott had 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys, they push on in front further.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown. Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score in special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith forced out to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith's got one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first.
38-yard line.
On 1st down, Smith. The throw taken in by 6. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, it's Smith. Off to Thomas on the left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards.
And down he goes.
Down. He's sacked back to the 24. set. Incomplete.
Smith's pass intended for Terry.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his
Going
ability
for
to fit
all.
that one in. I would say he was
Going.
overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it
It's
over.
intercepted.
And now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
What a touchdown! Cowboys!
And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
My God! What a
Just
Cowboys
about a minute left in
touchdown!
this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, but taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will swell by one more. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On 1st and 10, Smith.
And down he goes again. Yeah! Fourth
Who
sack.
else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on
Cowboys
hips,
in the
hands
white.
low. It's just been a struggle for the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this
30-second
fourth
mark.
quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's going to let it fly.
Oh my, touchdown! Washington!
The late touchdown here, but still down there.
And yeah, that
What a
touchdown counts for their
Washington.
team. I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's hurt, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Flag
The
on the
PAT
play.
up and good, but hold on a
Flag
second,
on
there is a
the play.
flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out on the
Wow,
field.
what a
The
game.
dream scenario
What a
you hope for
game
coming
right
into the game. Just one deal here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now, to put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Prescott now from the 50. Flushed out right. And Cooper's got a big game going. That's complete again. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Throwing here, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was looking to get into his receiver, Cooper, but it's going to be 2nd down. Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5.
That should
And
do
they
it.
aren't able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to 2. Charles, it's one thing to win, it's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game.
Wow,
They put up
what a
that
game.
number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you still think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call